Part 6. As I said before, Ash meets Scott on his way home from Pallet Town, who had been observing his battle skills, invites him to enter the Pokemon Battle Frontier. He travels around Kanto in an effort to compete the battle frontier, and is joined once again by Brock, Max, and May, who May is now aiming to compete in the Kanto Region Grand Festival. When the series saw a change in the formula while in Kanto and Johto, Ash encountered the three of the region's starters and caught each. The series, Ash's only capture was Trico, the starter, while his friends May and Brock both have Torchic and Mudkip, respectively. Also, unlike when he traveled to the Orange Island Archipelago and Johto, Ash left behind all of his Pokemon at Professor Oak's and only brings along Pikachu. Another change were the clothes the characters are wearing. No longer did Ash wear the hat he claimed to send in a million postcards for, but instead a completely different outfit. Also, Misty received a new outfit during her return cameo appearances. The next series, Pokemon the Series Diamond and Pearl, aired in September 28th, 2006 to September 9, 2010 in Japan and TV Tokyo, and aired from June 4, 2007 to February 5, 2011 in the US on Cartoon Network. Unlike the previous series, the series begins with Ash beginning his journey to the Sinnoh region by himself, this time through the Sinnoh region. His longtime companion is Brock, eventually rejoining him, and so does a replacement for May, Dawn, a rookie Pokemon coordinator from Twin Leaf Town who wishes to follow in her footsteps of her mother. Like what happened in the series Advanced Generation, both Ash and Brock get a new set of clothes, as well as similarly to the previous series that Ash attempts to travel to the Sinnoh with only his Pikachu. He was unsuccessful, however. His recently caught Apom insisted on accompanying him as a stowaway. Like Advanced Generation before it, Ash's previous female companion returned for a few episodes, wearing new clothes just as Ash and Brock did. May's clothes were based on her game's counterpart from Pokemon Emerald. Much like what occurred near the end of the original series journey through Johto, from a move from cell-based coloring to digital coloring, the series featured the show's move from a standard definition of 4:3 presentation to high definition 16:9 format near to the middle of the Sinnoh journey. Additionally, moves like Water Gun and Hydro Pump started to be rendered in CGI following the transition. The series is different from the previous two series that is more story-driven. While there are a few episodes dedicated to Ash's gym quests or the resident coordinators, currently Dawn's, the contest quests than previous series has same amount of time, more captures, more departures, and even more arrivals introduced when compared to the earlier series. Additionally, the series is more violent and dramatic than its predecessors, in part stemming from the rival character Paul, whose training method sharply contrasts with Ash's, so much that he abuses his Pokemon for not doing well, and likewise stemming from the cataclysm nature of the plot of Sinnoh's resident villainous team, Team Galactic, as well as the actions of the heartless mercenary, Jay. Another anime TV series, Pokemon the Series Black and White, aired from September 23rd, 2010 to October 3rd, 2013 in Japan, and aired in February 12th, 2011 to December 7, 2013 in the US on Cartoon Network. As with both of the series Ruby and Sapphire and the series Diamond and Pearl before, it begins with Ash Ketchum heading off to the Unova region with only Pikachu, and is accompanied by a girl named Iris, and is one of the first Unova gym leaders. Silent, who is also a gym leader and a Pokemon connoisseur. As before, Ash receives a new change of clothes, and for the first time in the entire show, the Team Rocket trio also received a change of their uniforms. They later changed back to their original outfits. Black and White was also notable for the Team Rocket trio not being present in all the episodes outside of the clip show. Episodes Advanced Generation 120 and the first episode of the original series, a trend that continued into subsequent series. For a majority of the series, they play a significantly more antagonistic role than in the other series, displaying very little bit of humor, although this was restored during the Decolor Islands arc. Additionally, the new art style was introduced in the series to match Ken Sugimori's most recent character art. All the characters were now drawn with a new eye style previously introduced from the series Diamond and Pearl. The style introduces rounder eyes with larger irises and visible pupils. Ash's new character design now clearly depicts his brown eyes. Jesse and James also have been redesigned similarly, while also being given a straighter hairstyle. Additionally, Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy from the series are designed differently than those of the regions visited by Ash before, a trend that would continue in the later series. With the beginning of the series, many of the attacks had their visual appearances changed. Fire-type moves and Stone Edge are now rendered CGI, while physical and Steel-type moves make a corresponding body part steel-colored rather than white, although this was reverted in the series X and Y. Hyper Beam was also changed considerably to match how it looks in the games. Starting from the series, the camera pans faster and more often than in the previous versions of the series. Its zooms also have become faster. Also in the English dub remarks the return of Who's That Pokemon from the first episode. The next series, Pokemon the Series X and Y, aired in Japan from October 17, 2013 to November 10, 2016, and aired in the US January 18, 2014 to January 28, 2017 on Cartoon Network. As with the previous series, it begins with only Ash Ketchum headed off to a new region, the Kalos region, with only Pikachu, his starter, while wearing a new set of clothes. Joining him this time was Serena, a new trainer who previously met Ash during her childhood, Clement, an aspiring inventor and scientist who's also the gym leader of Lumio City, and his sister Bonnie. Jesse and James and Meowth, the Team Rocket trio, continue to follow Ash and his friends throughout the Kalos region and have gone back to their more traditional methods of trying to steal Ash's Pikachu and many other Pokemon, although their appearances are less frequent, just like in the series Black and White. Wobbuffet also returns to her roster. The series also features Mega Evolution Specials, a series of special episodes that follow the adventures of a trainer named Alon, who is working to find Mega Stones and defeat all the Mega Evolved Pokemon using his Mega Charizard X. In the X, Y, and Z series, Ash and his friends continue their journey in the Kalos as the story merges with the plot of the Mega Evolution Specials, with the group becoming involved with the legendary Zygarde and the villainous organization Team Flare. A new art style was also instituted at the beginning of the series. The notable difference is that the stock effect backgrounds have also almost entirely removed, only appearing when the main character catches a Pokemon, whenever Ash or Serena gets a gym badge or a princess key, respectively, and when Team Rocket recites their motto. Also, the character models, as seen in the artworks, are slightly taller and leaner in comparison to the previous 4 series. In addition, much like the core series games from Generation 3 onwards, a versus player overview screen appears before starting some battles and showcase rounds. Similar to the first episode of Black and White, Ash receives a physical redesign. Now having softer and slightly smaller birthmarks on his cheeks, his hair covers the top of his ears and is spikier, and he has more locks on his forehead. The other series, Pokemon the series Sun and Moon, aired in Japan in November 17, 2016 to November 3, 2019, and aired on May 12, 2017 and March 7, 2020 in the US on Disney XD. Ash Ketchum heads to a new region called the Alola region, wearing a new pair of clothes with his partner Pikachu. Unlike the other 5 previous series, however, Ash doesn't travel to the region. Instead, he becomes a student at the Pokemon school on Melee Island, where he meets his new classmates Lana, Lily, Mallow, Sophocles, and Kiawe. Ash also receives a Z-Ring and takes on the island challenge to get new Z crystals and qualify as a Z-Move user. The series is notable for Ash's friends not being present in every episode. Also, the characters usually seen keeping their Pokemon outside of their Pokeballs in the series. A new style of art was implemented for the 3rd series in a row, this time more drastically than the series that preceded with it. With this style, the characters were drawn more with a much more exaggerated, rounded, cartoony style. Despite the new style, Sun and Moon takes a more mature approach to the storytelling. The subject of death was dealt with directly, with some Pokemon such as Stoutland dying, as well as shown as the main character dealing with the death of a parent such as Mallow's mother, opposed to the unusual instance of absent parents almost never being mentioned. The show also had a large reduction in the amount of characters of the day, with many apparent such characters reappearing commonly after their debut. The next series currently running now is Pokemon Journeys the series, which aired from November 17, 2019. And also it's currently on, and also in the US, currently on Netflix. This series features double protagonists Ash and Go, along with their respective partners Pikachu and Cinderace, the evolved form of Scorbunny. Similar to the series Sun and Moon, Ash is based in a single location alongside Go, and together they travel all around the world, specifically all the regions that appeared in the original games, from Kanto to Galar, and meet Pokemon living in each region while pursuing their respective goals. Ash continues his pursuit of becoming a Pokemon master by entering the World Coronation Series with hopes of one day having an official battle with the reigning monarch Leon. Go, having had an fateful encounter with the mythical Pokemon Mew when he was 6, dreams of one day capturing this mythical Pokemon, and is currently filling up his Pokédex in hopes that it will get him closer to his dream. The series also features supporting characters of a girl named Chloe and her father, Professor Cerice, who runs the Cerice Laboratory in Vermilion City. As with the previous 3 series of the anime, the series introduces a new art style. For instance, Ash's eyes, both the irises and the overall eyes, are drawn larger, and Team Rocket's eyes are drawn sharper than in the series Sun and Moon. Overall, the characters are drawn more similarly based on Ken Sugimori's recent more recent character art. Characters are also consistently drawn to have fingernails like in the series Sun X and Y. Pokemon Journeys is the first anime series to feature episodes in 2 split story segments, something that started in Splash Dash and Smash for the Crown and Slowking's Crowning, and continued with Pikachu Translation Check, and Up to Your Neck, and a rollicking roll, Eyes on the Goal. 3 episodes have a more comical and loose plot from the main storyline of the anime.